Hello everyone, it's Thursday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Tokwe Makotike, how you doing?
I'm good. Grateful to God for life. This is the 4th edition of the Niya Adesanya Leadership Bootcamp. I've attended every edition till now. And yesterday, personally, who is also one of my mentors, said, "Are you waiting for me to call you that you're going to be working during the event?" I said, "Sorry, I was going to show up. I knew I was going to work and I'll be of service." I have enjoyed making myself available to serve. Like, I've told him several times, I say, if you call me at any time T, I'll be available. If Daystar calls at any time T, I will cancel everything and be available. There are some people that the only way you can reward them is through service. And I think we need to improve the culture of selfless service in our community, because I even hear people in church say that if they don't pay me, I'm not going to do it. And I'm wondering, you are in church, you're working for God. Don't expect the pastor to appreciate it. Just do it as service. So I'm glad to be able to serve.
Right.
Well done.
Yeah, interesting enough, I read an article this morning talking about encouraging the culture of volunteering, and that is so important in the US. Like when students are applying for something or jobs, they want to know what are the selfless things that you have done. It shows your humanity. And
Interesting in Nike.
Yes.
Nike encourages all their staff to participate in some kind of entrepreneurial work, and they support whatever NGO they support. So I think they give about 10% of whatever they contribute, and they match it to most of the time. I'm doing some research on Nike, and it's really interesting.
Yeah. We are doing the research together.
That's how you doing?
I'm doing amazing. What I also found out about volunteering, in Nigeria, when you graduate from school and you're looking for a job, and then you apply and you're looking for somebody who has 10 years experience, 5 years experience, 7 years experience, and you're just coming from school without any experience. But if you have started volunteering on time, you'll be building your experience in those capacities, and it helps you. I'm good. I had a lot to do yesterday. I've started doing some of my assignments.
You look lovely.
Thank you. Some of my assignments, all through yesterday, I was on the bed eating and working. I achieved, out of 1,500 words, I've written up to 600 words. So today, tomorrow, I'll try and complete that assignment. It's like, it's here. And I didn't start on time. It's good to start things on time, really.
We don't know why we'll not say it now.
I'm fine. For me, it's basically me and my son trying to get ready for exams, buying forms, getting ready, being prepared. It takes a lot. I feel so sorry for him, because his timetable, his itinerary is just so booked. Like from the moment he wakes up at 6 till about 6 p.m. after the lesson, 7 p.m. after the lesson teacher leaves.
How many hours lesson?
Lesson teacher 2 hours. School is from 7 to 4 p.m. Then he comes home, gets dressed just a little, and then lesson teacher leaves at 7 p.m. And after that, I was like, okay, go to bed. He'll be like, no, I have to read. Like he's the one that tells me I have to read for the next test or something. I just feel like it's too much. But they said it's to prepare them. They're going into the next stage of their lives. They need to know that things are not always so easy. You work for what you need to
He's in year 6,
work
right?
for. Yes,
Yes.
it's busy.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
Almost there. I'm trying to get my
Happy for
daughter.
him. I'm still chasing my son to read.
We're chasing them too, but
I'm trying to get my daughter to let's year 5. It's not going to get easier. So it's going to get harder.
And so something I didn't do, which is good that you're doing, start them early, start them from 4, just to be prepared, have time to get to this, do this, and 5, they should take it as if they're already in primary 6.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I feel for these kids. Like, I feel for them.
I know, right? Because
like
they're so young.
Whenever I want to be so hard on my kids, I just remember, like, in Finland, this child is telling it in school.
No,
I tell myself, my twins, I do that because like this.
This is Nigeria.
I feel for these
stress
kids.
these children. They do the basic and they're fine. Because at the end of the day,
They will
this
catch
life,
up.
they will catch up. I remember this year, because you cannot read, you cannot do it. Even until they read. So let nobody stress any child, I beg. Everybody has their own pace.
Yeah.
It's Thursday, so much gist, and we have a gister in the building.
Serious one.
Today is Honorable Mudashiru Obasa's birthday. Happy birthday, sir. Today is his birthday. I think he's celebrating. The Speaker of the Lagos State
House of Assembly.
Honorable Mudashiru.
Also, Stella Dean.
Stella Dean's
Yes,
birthday.
our director news, TVC
TVC
today
news director.
is
Happy
her
birthday,
birthday.
ma.
Recently, she lost her dad, Preston. I know she's all the way in Plateau State right now, preparing for the funeral. But Happy birthday to you, Stella Dean. Many more years to you. Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we return, we go through the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Let's start with The Nation. Governors can't back out of Paris Club debt, says Malami. Political solution not ruled out in Igboho and Kanu's cases, says government. CBN plans single-digit loans for manufacturers. Buhari, Ngige, Ohaneze, others greet Soludo. Lagos, Ogun, Bauchi can't be NDDC member states. And gunmen killed 22 in Imo, Kaduna, and Katsina attacks. Okay, major headline, please. Who has that story?
Yes, so, you know, we've been talking about the refund of the Paris Club to consultants. And yesterday, this same issue hit a brick wall. They've been talking about refunding $418 million to these consultants. And the Attorney General of the Federation, Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, is saying that it's too late for the Nigerian Governors Forum to think that they would, you know, take themselves out of this situation. It's like, you know, letting the horse out and now shutting the door behind the horse. That they had already accepted that they were owing, the 36 governors, and they had acknowledged the debts, and they made a commitment to start paying back, which had even started since 2016. So right now, they cannot say that they're not going to pay back. The Nigerian Governors Forum replied saying that it seems to them that the Attorney General is taking the side of the Paris Club refund, and this is not the money that he willingly just let it happen, knowing that this money is meant to be for development. So they've been throwing words back and forth. We don't know where that is headed right now.
Okay.
Yes, so so they said there was some drama at the Federal High Court in Abuja yesterday when the lawyers for Nnamdi Kanu walked out of court. The story is that about 6 a.m. SSS came, screened everybody, and then some of the lawyers on Kanu's side were not allowed entry into the court itself. And the lawyers that were already in court, just as court proceedings was about to begin, decided to stage a walkout because they felt that why would you stop some of our team members from joining in? The judge, the prosecuting lawyer, I need to get this thing there. The prosecuting lawyer had asked the court that proceedings should go on. After all, they're the ones that sort of abandoned their case. But the judge was like, we're not going to do that, but this is a very serious offense against the court, and she will let them get away with it for this time. But she says, going forward, anyone that needs to be in court. So, okay, there's a visiting lawyer who is also a client of Nnamdi Kanu. He's an American lawyer, and they wanted him to join in court. And she says, my court, you need to write and ask for permission to come into my court. That there was another lady who was British, and she asked how she got permission to come into her court. She said she had actually asked for permission from the chief judge, and that's how she was able to come in court. She says next time, yes, there's a due process to come into court next time, and then this behavior of walking out, that is really disrespectful. So that's what happened yesterday.
I want to take the story of the South senators saying that Lagos, Ogun, and Bauchi can't be NDDC member states. So this is in response to a bill proposed by Senator in Lagos State, Senator Adiola, asking that since Lagos, Bauchi, and Ogun have discovered oil, they should start getting 13% derivative as well as become members of the NDDC. Now, Senator Omagege said that we're not against, if you start producing oil at commercial quantity, you are entitled to 13% at commercial quantity. Then also he mentioned that the reason NDDC was set up was because after several years of getting oil out of Niger Delta, there's been major environmental degradation within the area, and that is what they're trying to address. So if your environment hasn't been degraded by oil production. You are not producing commercial quantity. Don't just come and say you want 13% derivative. I'm waiting to see how they will finally resolve the issue, but both sides have.
And the
It
attorney,
seems so obvious, though, to me.
It is.
so the Attorney General of the Federation, Justice Malami, has suggested that they wouldn't rule out any political solutions in the cases of Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, and Igboho. And that's probably suggesting that there might be some kind of a plea bargain or plea amongst them. He said that there's a crime, according to him, a crime is a crime. When there's a criminal undertones, definitely the law will take its course, but they can't rule out all other options or possibilities. So if there's some kind of a reconciliation that might be done, it's also a possibility, but he didn't say it categorically, but there's a possibility that is also ongoing for both gentlemen.
Let me quickly take the CBN is doing a lot of policies.
I'm sure we'll see that in the last paper.
Moves, okay.
Let's move on to the Punch. Nigeria's debt stock hits 42.7 trillion naira. Senate okays fresh $16 billion loans. 17-year-old girl's body recovered from Kwara well 4 days after declared missing. Lagos police raid training camp arrest 108 naval impersonators. Assembly orders security meetings as bandits kill 19 in Katsina and Kaduna. Igboho, how UK film paid for Cotonou Hamburg flight ticket. CBN clamps down on crypto companies and Bureau de Change short accounts. And speculators lose billions as Naira appreciates and exchanges for 500 Naira to the dollar. Okay, which story are we taking?
Two short-term stories in the Punch, yes. So the Kwara State Fire Service on Wednesday said it had recovered the body of a 17-year-old girl identified as Aminat from a well. So it was, she went missing 4 days ago and they had tried to locate her. They couldn't find her. All of a sudden, there was a stench coming out of the well. And then when they checked in, they found her body there. Yes. And investigations are still ongoing, so we don't know the cause of the death. Then the other story, a lawyer, Nura Wagine, was among the 11 people killed by bandits in Batsari local government area of Katsina State on Tuesday. So it was, early hours of the morning on Tuesday when bandits raided that village and started shooting sporadically into the air to scare people away. Then moved into homes. They were going from one house to the other, bringing out people and killing them. That one, some other persons ran away. They, according to the spokesperson of the police, said they were not able to get any information at the time this was happening. It happened till yesterday morning. For all through Tuesday to Wednesday, that operation was still ongoing. And they were not able to reach the police or report to the police because, we have this, they've taken away network. They are not able to make calls. So the police was not aware of what was happening. And the people are saying that the government needs to change its strategy on fighting insurgency because they are not able to communicate with one another. They were not able to, tell about what was happening. But the National Assembly, there was a meeting there and they had summoned the security chiefs to, find out what is happening and find ways to curb this insurgency. Let's
take one more story. Go ahead.
So Lagos State Police Command yesterday arrested about 108 suspects for impersonating the men and officers of the Nigerian Navy. So this is funny to me, scary as well. And I'm wondering, so this is first, there's a military camp, a naval camp, and they call themselves Nigerian Merchant Navy. They have a camp, they're training people. They have a commander of that camp. So this is an illegal camp. This does not exist. Yes, an illegal institution. And the police command, they said after, of course, intelligence and surveillance, they were able to get in there and they arrested them. And what they found there, they found so many military items like camouflage, badges of ranks, a flag, a signboard, ID cards, recruitment letters, promotion letters. So this was a full military institution.
Wow.
But it does not exist because they said that they're according to the commander, his name is Sunday Dakari, he's a 47-year-old man. He said that they're talking at the National Assembly and they have passed first reading, second reading. They are just like the Nigeria Civil Defense. They are waiting for the government to recognize them and then they can just seamlessly move in, but they have been doing this for 10 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And these people that are in the camp themselves, they said, well, we got this. We got the job. One said it was her father that helped her get it, and she's been in training, and they have also been praying and hoping that government will have pity on them and send them their vans and pay them their salaries. Wow. So these people also, it seems that they're not aware that they're part of an illegal institution.
I want to take the story of the CBN. So, no, not CBN. Yeah, CBN, clamping down bureau de change. So there is a ban on forex trade and cryptocurrency traders. It's an official ban that has been implemented, and it is now being re-implemented. So there's a policy from the Financial Services Industry Regulator, wrote all banks that if you see any account that is operating for cryptocurrency, that they should freeze those accounts. And they've been doing that. Several accounts have been frozen. The basis for confirming if the account is doing something illegal is high inflow of cash into an account that is later then transferred into another account and out of the country into a wallet. Any account or business that fits into that model gets frozen until they prove themselves thereabouts. I just feel like we're putting too much power in the hands of the bank to just make that decision based on transaction flow, because I have people that have said that they're doing legitimate businesses and they stop their business for the next for a period of time until they were able to prove their business was legitimate, and it's caused a lot of financial backlog and challenges to the business. And so
we're doing it to each other now. We are the ones who are doing it to each other, because so the government is trying to implement this policy.
Yes.
So if you obey the rules and I obey the rules, we don't have these issues, right?
And some people are circumventing the rules.
Of course. So that's why it's affecting those of us who are doing it legitimately. So it goes back to we the people. Right?
But I think it should follow they should go to court. They should be
Nigerian courts,
they should
moving on to Daily Sun. So that approach of, you know what, freeze everybody and then prove is the easiest and more realistic way for them to fix the problem. Moving on to Daily Sun. Yoruba grow. Oh, I have to go on a break. When we come back, we continue with the review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Makanaki of life. What's it they torture you like this now?
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy eSplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria, on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup, check. Are the scripts on the prompter? Script, check. Are we set in the VCR? All team in place? VCR, check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission. How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup, check. Are the scripts on the prompter? Script, check. Are we set in the VCR? All team in place? VCR, check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
Okay, we're moving on now to Daily Sun. Yoruba group Ohaneze ACF slammed Gumi over monetary land demands for bandits. Kanu's U.S. lawyer to petition ICC after denied entry to court. Nigeria to spend $1.5 trillion on infrastructure in 10 years, says Buhari. Don't play politics with law school, Wike tells Senate. Sit at home, hoodlums set vehicles, motorcycles ablaze in Ebonyi. INEC budgets $1.3 billion for funeral, Christmas bonus and others. Senate approved Buhari's $16.2 billion and the 1.02 billion euros loan request. Okay.
So the major headline,
please.
On Tuesday, according to Sun, they tagged him controversial Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmed Abubakar Gumi did a Facebook Live where he was seen to appeal to the federal government to give land and money to bandits. He said that he tried brokering a peace deal, but there wasn't enough incentive given to the bandits to make them stop killing Nigerians. In response to this, the National Publicity Secretary for Ohaneze Ndigbo, Chief Alex Ogbonna, described Gumi's advice as condemnable and urged the government to, as a matter of urgency, investigate him. Similar statements came from the Yoruba group, the ACF, all saying that the stand of Sheikh Gumi should be investigated, that he's speaking for the bandits means he's speaking to the bandits and he has access to them. And since we are having issues with consistent kidnapping and banditry, they should hold him responsible for bringing out those he's negotiating for. We're waiting to see how that will play out.
Okay, Sit at Home still continued yesterday. We know that they had suspended it, saying that it was supposed to be every Monday in the southeast, but then they realized that it was causing a lot of mayhem, and then they suspended it till only the days that Nnamdi Kanu will be appearing in court. However, yesterday, hoodlums took advantage of the opportunity. They were burning motorcycles, burning cars in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. Some other places were still locked up. The fear to come out and do business was, seen everywhere. Banks were just a few of them opened, and there were skeletal activities going around in the environment. But there was another IPOP group that wore all black. They were marching, chanting war songs, and they were, locking up shops. Any shop they see open, they will lock up. But there was no incidents of violence that happened with that. They just wanted people to go back and stay indoors. Some schools were closed, a few were opened, and it's still been going on. The police public relations officer spoke up and said that there was a vehicle that went viral, that it was burnt by hoodlums, but it wasn't by hoodlums. It just caught fire as a result of overheating. Right. But investigations are ongoing. There were some bikes that were burnt, and they're still looking for these particular hoodlums.
All right, so as expected, usually we hear the good news about Nigeria when our president travels abroad. So he was in France and was saying some really nice things, that we're set to spend about $1.5 trillion to be spent across within 10 years. And also, he said that the administration was on the right path to achieving multi-sectoral progress, having revitalized the economy in various sectors. And this, according to him, there's an increase in investments in Nigeria, and there's going to be capacity building in health, infrastructure, women empowerment, climate change, and food security. Wow. So, I mean, the idea really, I mean, we see the progress, but we know there is some kind of progress, but there's always that issue. We, the people, feeling the impact of all the policies that are being done. So it will take time.
That's why sometimes they say just money is not enough. We need to be creative. Just throwing money at things is not enough. We need to also follow it and audit.
So it's also trying to woo businessmen across.
So let me share one of the policies that the CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, mentioned during this wooing process. It's particularly Nigerian International Partnership Forum in Paris. The conversation came up that Nigeria is trying to make the environment more conducive for investors to bring in their funds, and that they would get access to single-digit loan for manufacturers, knowing that manufacturing will bring in more jobs. When we produce, we bring in more jobs. He mentioned how Dangote Refinery invested so much money into refining crude. BUA also invested so much money into refining crude, and we're going to have major improvements in crude production. Now saying other people interested in manufacturing should come to Nigeria. They will get single-digit loan, and there is a good profit margin that will be available to them if they bring their investment here. I also want them to ensure that the level of partnership, whenever they bring in business, they must partner with Nigerians. It must be a more integrated partnership that gives us access to technology, not just come and do the work, and then we're left needing them every time we need to improve or upgrade facilities.
Really high capacity building for our own people.
And give us electricity. Meanwhile, there's another story, INEC.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So I think the searchlight is being put on their budget, and it says that INEC has earmarked $1.3 billion for funeral grants, Christmas bonus, and severance allowance of public officers in the year 2022. They said that they've also spent the same amount of money, $1.3 billion, in 2021 budget that is still running. And the report here just gives a breakdown of the different, ways that this money is being, where this money is being earmarked. And it says that there's a $200 million that's earmarked for statutory and electoral audits of the commission. There's a $30 billion budgeted for audit and investigation. There's something for crash. There's maintenance of the crash, monthly supervision of state offices. I think really the reason why this report was taken out especially is because of the Christmas bonuses and all the allowances. Sometimes I think when we see the lump sum amount like that, we question, why would you be putting such amount of money towards what we would say condolences, funerals? Why would you put that amount of money towards those things when there are more, more impactful things that we could have been putting money towards? But we know, we all work in different companies. We know that if a company, they do that as part of, during Christmas, you get the 13th month. When somebody passes, you are paid something to help you with your funeral and things like that. So maybe we should also start asking ourselves, is this important for the sectors or the companies to do for us, or this is something that we have to handle with our salaries?
So if you're expecting the same
change our way.
If you're expecting the same thing from your company, so why shouldn't those working for the government expect the same thing from their employer? So moving on to Vanguard. Debt hits 44.5 trillion naira as Buhari gets nod for $16 billion loan bid. Ikoyi building collapse, stakeholders once probe panel open to public. We're all winners, Soludo tells other contestants. Justice Orderly's house raid judges must be treated decently. This is Olani Pekun. Southern governors to Buhari over centralization of power, breeding agitations, and South-South senators kick against move to include Lagos Ogun Bauchi in NDDC. Kanu's trial lawyers walk out on court alleged bias, and PDP governors to back colleague for presidency. Okay.
So we know that
yeah.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu had last week inaugurated a 6-man investigative team to probe the Ikoyi building collapse. And this is like the 6th day of their meeting, which has been shrouded in secrecy since the chairman hasn't said anything concerning the investigations. So stakeholders are calling on the state government to ensure that this investigation is made public. That will make the people gain trust and seek confidence and justice in what is happening. However, media executive Dele Momodu has said that if they really want to get things done thoroughly, 30 days is too short for them to get all the materials they need for investigation. The commissioner State Commissioner for Information and Strategy is saying that the panel is still even collecting documents for that investigation. Yeah, right. But stakeholders are saying this must be made public so that the people can trust the process.
Our final paper this morning is Nigerian Tribune. Let's find a story of not taking victims' lament as Delta government NEMA visit Ocean Ridge community. Police arrest 107 at illegal military camp in Lagos as operators kick. My victory, my product of 12 years relentless struggle, says Soludo. Lagos to register pupils in Makoko viral video in 6 government schools. And Oyo APC Congress crisis deadline for consensus list extended. What's Makoko?
Yeah, I have it. I specifically took that story because I had posted that particular viral video. We remember there was a video of young, very young children in their uniforms singing the national anthem in a flooded environment, and it really bothered a lot of Nigerians. So they said the Lagos State House of Assembly actually called the stakeholders of all those involved in that school, and also the Ministry of Education. They came and they explained that, first of all, that viral video was taken so that they can elicit sympathy from and funds from people to just show them the state of that environment. The Lagos State has thankfully, sort of sorted out the issue. Says the children in that school have been moved to 6 schools within the community. They named those schools. And this particular school is not a government school. So it's orphanage cum lesson. And the government is saying, even though there are established Lagos schools in that community, parents have chosen to put their students and their children in that school. But now that school has been demolished, and what what needs to be done to bring it up to speed will be done. But also you're telling parents that be careful not to just put your kids in all these mushroom private schools when you have really good government schools. No, government schools are there.
No,
proximity.
The stress to get into the government schools.
Yeah, but you can't have schools and hospitals on water. These are key things. Education, health, you can't have that on water. So even in the different countries, yes, you live on the water, but you go to dry ground for those important things.
Proximity. We need to provide a transportation system for those schools.
Them and bring
the
them
government
back.
needs to do more.
We have to go and
there are 6 schools within that community. The Makoko 6.
We can take on the show. It's a hot topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
My name is Glory of God. I'm the weather. This is my workshop. I started the business year 2000 with small workshop and 2 staff. When I meet Adron 6 years ago, I saw my life change. 2 staff.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience, millions of viewers, listeners.
Thanks for staying with us. So, yesterday we expressed our concern about the 3rd mainland bridge. So today we have on the phone from Abuja, the Director Highways, Southwest Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, Engineer Adedamola Kuti, who will be giving us another update on the state of the 3rd mainland bridge concerning the report that showed that there was a space overlapping joint. Good morning, sir. Are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so happy to hear your voice today because many Nigerians were concerned because of what we saw versus what we are hearing. So please, since you are the man in charge, tell us exactly the state of the bridge and tell us indeed if it's safe for us to use.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mariah. You know, you recall that in 2018, the current was carried out a confirmatory test on some of the joints on 3rd mainland bridge. And then that was about August 2018. And somehow the maintenance work did not start until about 2020. So that video you saw, or the video that they are circulating, that video actually emanated in 2019.
Oh.
It was 2019. So one particular joint there already gone bad. And so, like, you know, people showed a lot of concern. And that was in 2019. Even the lady, the channel reporter that brought up that report, she has even left channels. She has moved on to another organization. So it's old video in 2019, 2 years ago, that by 2020, maintenance work was carried out, for the replacement of these bad expansion joints on Third Mainland. That one, we started it in July or so, 2020, and we didn't complete until early this year, 2021. And of course, you recall that you had this partial closure. And so all those bad expansion joints, about 14 in number, were on the place. And as we speak, even in 2019, we tried to assure users of Third Mainland Bridge that despite the fact that this particular joint was bad then, that it was still safe for our people. The expansion joint is not the one carrying the weight of the bridge.
Thank you.
And as we speak, this particular one has been replaced already.
Okay. All right.
So you can't see anything like, so it's an old video that's circulating.
Thank you.
Nothing like that.
Thank you so much. Thank you for clarifying that for us this morning. That was really important for us to clarify. Thank you, Engineer Adedamola Kuti. I think this also raises the issue of where Nigerians bring up old videos, put it out there, and then it begins to go viral, and everybody started getting scared. So it goes back to how we can ensure that when we see news on TV or on social media, we should always try to verify and be sure if this is new. I think that's the major issue we're having today.
Yeah. So, but also when Nigerians ask, it's okay if you see an old video and assume that it's recent. But when you ask, the appropriate authority should be able to give us a response just like this and allay our fears.
So when there is lack of information, assumptions would fill the gap. Nature does not want vacuum. So the importance of the right information being put out regularly helps to quell negative information from spreading. My pastor said something that when the original arrives, the fake automatically dies. Anybody watching this interview now automatically has nullified that video because we now have the original details of what happened or the state of the bridges. Every time there is an information that goes out, government should take it not as an attack or someone trying to pull down their good work, but simply say, this is wrong, this is the fact. And when we get the facts, we believe it.
So also, if government also tries to be very active on social media, for example, so imagine if we have the Ministry of Works, they're constantly every week, we're saying we've done this, we just did an inspection here, we just did that. So you're constantly bringing, so when somebody moves out of the vehicle, uncle, this was last year, you will scream, grab it, and this has happened years ago. So
that's
when you're active on social media.
Social media ministry, Abi? Somebody's social...
All the ministries have...
What is their job?
PRO.
All the ministries do have a PRO.
So what are those people doing if we can't feel their presence on social media? This is the digital age. If you have to get somebody, you need to get someone who is technological savvy, who can, quickly nip this sort of information and, just tell this is what we're saying.
Nip it now.
This is because we called to ask questions.
All right, so it's Thursday, and today is our family life issues kind of day. So we're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll bring in our guest. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau.
Thanks for staying with us. So joining us on the show is Oluwadamilola Olukoya, popularly known as Princess. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thanks for changing my surname.
Ah, it's not Adekoya.
Hey, you know, said Olukoya.
Oh, sorry. The brain just mistakenly said that. How you doing, Princess?
I'm good.
Good to have you. She are good, yeah, because you are seeing you on social media crying every day. Today you are crying, tomorrow you are crying. What you know, she talk on Sukun. She'll see you.
I think it's just the stress.
Yeah.
And it happens, I don't know, sometimes when I'm just missing Sultan, I just break down, I don't know. Some people are on my bill, obviously, and they didn't post the show. Like, they are performing.
Yeah.
And I felt
okay, they're
bad.
going to be performing on that day.
And they didn't post.
And they didn't post.
And you started crying.
No, I wasn't. Okay. I was doing a video. Then when I saw that I was getting emotional, I cut it off. Then I went straight to cook. By night, my battery had run flat. When I switched on my phone, even my family members are Kilo de Totusuga. I was like, when I wanted to cry, because I now went to watch it yesterday, and I'm like, wow. Then
you didn't cut.
I saw plenty insults from people saying my comments, whatever. You know, since the issue of the molestation, they taught me how to restrict comments. But I'm not really very good with Instagram, so I just left it that way. So when I saw, even this morning on Linda Ikeji's page, where people were like, really, she's stupid, why is she not opening her? I'm like, I've opened it too. But even I've been receiving the normal, but you know, but I'll just stay.
I'm happy that you're fine. And that's the most important thing.
I'm stressed.
It's okay to, like, I don't know why people frown when somebody cries. Like,
no, I think they're angry because, like, one of my fans said, like, they really love me, and even though they are not, they love me. They don't want to see me cry, you know. But I was just tired.
But they won't insult you for seeing you crying.
And no, the people who don't like me can
the
insult
ones,
me.
okay.
But my fans will DM me and they will not be happy, like, why now, you know? And some of them will offer that if I can send my number, they will call me and stay up with me all night.
That would be nice. Good to have you on the show. So, Princess and the ladies, we're minding our business.
Yes.
When this Andrea Ekeng Inyang, the special advisor to the Cross River State Governor on Strategic Communication, advised people to end their relationships. According to him, you don't need special prayers to know who is right for you.
Good.
Since you met your partner, if you've been experiencing financial crisis, my dear, run. According to him, he said that accompanying demons know they respect status. Now, I don't know what that means, but what are your thoughts on this? Because what it seems to mean is that when you marry somebody, their aura probably either brings wealth or brings destruction or on your life. And whichever one it is, you better run if it is the latter. Now, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, because the reason why we are discussing this is because many marriages and relationships have broken based on this notion. So you marry somebody, things go tough initially, your heart, and suddenly, oh, she brought two left legs inside the marriage. Oh, it is her. She was the one. Before you married her, you had a Jeep. Now you're driving a keke, you know. So should we continue this notion? Is this real? And are we just shanking our responsibility and holding and hand it over to somebody else? Or is there really something like aura? Is there still something like spirit that follows somebody to marriage? Let me like business style before I come to you, please.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on this?
For me, I believe in energies. I believe that everybody has their aura, everybody has their energy, depending on where you're coming from, where you've been, what you've done, your family background, and it sort of affects how we see life, how we experience life. So for me, I also observe patterns, but I'm not a victim. There are people that life happens to them, so every other person is at fault except them. So I'm not in that space to now want to start driving you because of your energy. What I do is focusing on my own energy and being in the right place so that even if you come with a bad energy, my lights will drive away the darkness. So because I observe patterns, when you get into a relationship and you start exchanging, you know, that relationship where things are not happening, fluids are not exchanging, you are bound to transfer energies. So if you get into that particular relationship and you observe that anytime this person comes around, something bad happens. I've gotten somebody tell me that he was dating a girl, and anytime the girl comes around, something bad happens. Either he will have an accident, or his car will stop working, or he will lose a job. Anytime they have that sexual relationship, something bad happens. He told me that, and I've also heard other people say things like that. So when I observe that is a pattern with your energy, then I know that I have a problem, because for your energy to come and affect my own, I'm missing something. I've not shored up myself. I've not vibrated at a level where the scripture says you are the light of the world. So if I vibrate at that light level, I should be able to help you change and not run away from me, basically.
Okay, please, I want to go now, or shall I come to Mariam?
Well, how many hours do we have? Okay, so I'm going to start with this. I'm talking from experience.
Right.
Physics, my first degree is in electrical electronics engineering. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now, we have what we call weak electrodes, non-electrodes. Weak electrodes, they partially conduct, electric currents. And then the electrodes do that. And then we have non-electrodes. So now I'm saying this. When I met my ex, when I was going to get married to him, I saw a lot of negative things
happen.
But I said, I will use my positive energy. That's me. And those who are close to me will tell you that I have a very strong, positive vibe. And because I'm a very, I like to pray a lot, because I believe the Bible, what the Bible says. I know that there's something we do in CNS, we call it, we pray on your behalf. Like, if you have a problem, I can intercessory. So I believe I can do that, But let me tell you a fact of life. Some people are created for doom. To be, I'm telling you. The Bible says their ears, that is, this world, their instrumentation is for evil. You wonder why somebody like Judas betrayed Christ. That's his destiny.
True.
Now, and another bad experience is this Baba Ijesha. Now, I'm sorry,
Let me pause there.
Wait. No. Let's not go. I'm saying there was always negative energy around him. But for me, I confronted him and said to him one day, why is there always negative energy around you? And he says, oh, it's my mom that abjured me, but I'm going to deal with her. And then he even told us later that he got involved in her death. So now what I'm saying is, you want to help someone that is going in the other reaction.
It's meant for doom.
Is going the other direction. It might not be for doom. Somebody might do something bad to you to push you to greatness. Yes. It doesn't mean it is to you the person is a bad person. But the job he was meant to do has been achieved. Now, if you do what you feel is right and keep trying to drag them back with your positive energy, they will drag you down. Because you can't actually help somebody.
So let me pause you for a second, because I want to get your thoughts on Mariam and talking stuff. So I want us to bring it back to marriage. So in that, using her own analogy, that if you marry somebody who is going this way and you are going this way, now, but based on what you said, I can use my own energy to bring you to my space. But you're saying, no, that energy might be strong, I might drown this person. But we don't know that yet. But let me come to Mariam. What are your thoughts on somebody saying, it's because I married this man that things went down? Because when I was a single girl, I had my car, I had a great job, suddenly I got married, and now we're all here.
See this energy talk, I feel like I'm in the wrong class. Because I just wanted to break it down simply. So I understand there's some deeper people, and then there's some of us that are still experiencing life at this level. And my own is, when you were single, you probably had a budget, let's say 50,000 per month to take care of your needs. When you have someone with you, 50,000 is not enough.
Exactly.
So it may look like things are going bad, but have you considered that budget has not changed since that extra person has come into your life? That sometimes you're saying, if it's a car that you have, my car was fine, we're going, but now you have someone. Not only does the car take you to work and back, now it takes you to work, takes the person to work, does your own errands, comes back. So of course, there are more mileage on your car. Car would eventually run down. So for me, those basic, regular, everyday things, have you looked at that and have you considered that and then see, you know, and then just... Could that just be that it's, you have not budgeted for the new life that you have now? Okay. So money going away. If you were working, let's say in a bank, I know some people, they get in a relationship, then they put so much energy in the relationship, they're not showing up for work, not putting in the sort of time and effort they need in their jobs. And then you are being called by your boss regularly, you're not you're not at par anymore. It's because you're not putting the sort of effort you need to put in your work, and all of a sudden, is this person that's coming to my life?
Life did happen to you.
Yes.
Let me talk about your initial thoughts on this.
Do we have time?
Yes,
because we're going to on the break.
I'm the one hosting the show.
Okay, so I'll start by saying one of the biggest problems that Africa has is that we follow fetish, superstitious beliefs, and we lack ability to do proper research. So a river, people go to that river and they keep dying, we start worshipping the river. We don't understand the fact that maybe the tides are high when they are going to the river. Maybe we can construct bridge when the tides are low. Maybe there is sulfur, too much sulfur in the river. Maybe we don't do proper research and we worship it as opposed to carrying out, understanding how we can, with our brilliance, overcome the situation. There are scientific reasons for many, and I believe there's a spiritual world. Of course, I believe there's a spiritual world, but I also strongly believe that if I don't believe it, it will not work for me. So there are people that they have experienced negative issues when they met somebody, and because they did not see it, they did not think of it, suddenly they just entered into a positive season with that same person. If you believe that this person brought you negativity, you will continue to see negativity all around. If I want to focus on red, I will see the red in everybody that is here. But if I want to focus on the land is green, I will see the green in everybody around here. We need to move away from the fetish, superstitious, weak space as human beings to start embracing our energy and our ability to determine our future. It is within your control.
I like that. Energy. Let me go on a break, because what you said is really profound. You know, so it's the easiest thing to do to just be it's because of this. It's because of them. But we're saying that let's hold on a second and let us see if we can understand what's happening. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll dig further. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Lots and lots of people and organizations.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy eSplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our...
That another spouse is brought in negative energy into the home. And that's what's causing, because this special advisor that we were talking about earlier is advising that when you see that kind of energy as in a relationship, run, because that person is likely to continue with that energy inside marriage. But based on what Tokwe said earlier, she's saying that there might be a scientific reason for why this is happening. There might be a real rationale for why this is happening. That we shouldn't just automatically assume it's because of the energy. So let me come to you. Help me address that.
So even science understands energy, because this energy we're talking about, I want to separate it from being spiritual and fetish. That's a whole total, a whole different conversation. Even these energies we're beginning to be aware of were brought by the scientists themselves, were found by the outside Western world, and we have not even gotten to that level. We know some things, and because of our different languages, we may not be able to explain it in English, but they are the ones that have explained it for us already, that everybody's lashing on. So what I want to talk about is the fact that if you believe that as a human being, you're just this, then you can stay on that level where it's just about your personality, your aura, and move on. But if you know that you are more than this flesh, more than your personality, that you have a consciousness, you have a spirit that goes back wherever you came from, then you understand that the spiritual controls the physical. There are some people that come to visit you, and after they leave, you start feeling a certain type of way. There are some friends you have conversations with, and after they leave you, you start feeling like, why am I feeling bad about myself? You feel like energy has left you. You feel drained. There are people that have that natural. They haven't done anything. They are not fetish people. But it's just that there's, at a level, your energies are not the same. They're not vibrating the same. If you ignore those things because you want to be physical and just all well and good for you, congratulations. But for those people who do not want to ignore it, who can sense, we're all intuitive, no matter what. Who can sense, that's how you can sense somebody does not really like your progress. It's not because the person has done anything, but you just feel that energy is not, this person is not so happy for me, just that energy in the subtle things. So if you can sense it about a person and you still want to, you know, stay there and feel and ignore it, all well and good for you. But for those people who pay attention, who vibrate at a certain level, one of the things I said initially is to vibrate. Okay, let me give an instance. Last week, I was feeling a certain type of way against somebody because of her character and how she's been treating other people. And this is somebody who claims to have, I am a good person, I am a lover, I am this. And I saw how a relationship just frittered away because of her imputes. And I was angry in my spirit. And I let that anger stay with me over 2 weeks. Wow. I came down with a flu. Wow. I came down with a flu. So when I started meditating, I was asking myself, why did I have, like, I'm trying to vibrate in love and everything. Why did I allow myself to calm down? Because I don't do medicine. Calm down with a flu and all. I now realized I've been holding anger in my spirit against somebody. The person did not do anything personally to me, but I just felt bad the way she treated somebody else. So I'm just talking about at that energy level. So when you get to a place where you understand what you carry, you'll be able to protect yourself better. And I think that's what this guy was trying to say.
So taking it back in a simpler, basic terms to home, because as I said, one of the reasons why we're discussing is because many homes are being broken because of this, where families saying, is that wife, or is that man, or is that cousin that is living in your house, or is that sister-in-law that is there? That's the reason why things. So the moment she entered, you had a miscarriage. And after the miscarriage, then something happened, you lost your job. They come with all sorts of things. Or is the landlord, they have done something to the house, you know? So these are the real question is that, are these things real, or are we imagining it? Sorry,
Sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Can you talk?
The smell of the food.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So, these things are real. I agree with her, and I also agree with her. And when I was speaking, I said, when you notice you have that energy, and you notice some people, the more you try to help them, the more they will drag you down. So, like she said now, notice. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Don't say because I'm not fetish, but if I talk to you as a friend, I'm coming to your house, my tire burst, I'm coming to meet you up in your office, VIO stops me, I'm coming to your birthday, robbers attack me. The next time you ask me to visit, I'll tell you, Mariah, I'm out of town. but you know, because of the kind of person I am, I will say, the 3 times I've tried to come and see you, Mariah, this is what happened to me. That's me. And if you are being truthful, you will know that other people have told you, and then maybe you understand. So
what I now do? I can't get deliverance.
No,
work on yourself, basically.
There might be something, there might be a negative energy around you as well. Okay,
that you don't even know.
If I commit a crime in America and I move to Nigeria, I already have a bad karma following me, but people don't know. Now I'm being nice to you, but bad things keep happening to you because that karma says, because of what I've done, anybody that comes in contact with me, XYZ will happen to them. It's just like somebody being cursed, like your generation is cursed. Your children or children's children did not commit that offense, but that karma is being transferred.
And we know about that.
So, Topa, I want you to address that because
I don't understand why the black people that are victims of many negative, generational, why are we the ones that are cursed? You know, they say it's in America that why is it the white people that took slaves from Nigeria, from Africa, that victimized, raped, hurt the slave traders? They victimized these innocent black people, took them from their community. They are Christians. They took them to this community. They succeed. They passed on success to their generation. How come it is the blacks that were caused here that still went there and they are still experiencing challenges? I feel that what you believe, it will be unto you according to your faith. When you believe it, you will manifest it. If we decide to believe that there is negativity from this person, trust me, every time you encounter that person, you will encounter negativity. And somebody else believes that this woman is a good omen to my family. And every time she encounters that, they have an encounter, it brings blessings. So one person can be negative to one and positive to another. It depends on what you get what you expect from every relationship.
Okay. Let me, so you don't forget, you can write your thoughts down. Let me just take this call from Kunle. Kunle's been holding for a while. Kunle, are you there? Hello, Kunle, you're live. You're listening to the TV. Kunle, you're live. Are you there? Okay, I think he's still listening.
We must stop the victim mentality,
I'll come to
honestly.
you. Let me come
we
to
need to stop the victim mentality of thinking, oh.
Kunle, are you there?
Things happen to you.
Okay, we lost it. Yes, go ahead, Mara.
Okay, so I also feel that there may be energies, but I feel that that it's important that we start to take responsibility for our actions. So even in explaining the energies, you talk about people who have committed a crime, and then maybe the consequences of their crime sort of affect their relationship. So it means if you're a bad person, bad things will happen to you. So my own is, if you're a criminal, you will face the law.
You will jam criminals.
You will go to prison. If you work in a decent society where everything works, you'll be charged to court, you'll be prosecuted, you'll be locked up. That's it. You take responsibility for your action. If you're a good person, you help people, you impact your world and yourself and your family and your community positively. And you see, this thing of always explaining the reason why something behind us or ahead of us is the reason why things are happening is also the reason why a lot of things are happening to us as a country, in our government officials, people who are meant to represent us. Because there's always something in that office. When you sit on that chair, it is not about you, the fact that you did not do what you are meant to do. It's always after you've come out where there's this thing that happens to people in that place. You just don't know yourself. But because you refuse to stand for the truth. So that's the thing, we're constantly believing in these things. Let us see it really as just your actions, your responsibilities, the punishment for your actions. Simple. If you keep blaming other people, blaming other things, we will not get anywhere. In our personal relationship, as a government, as a country, as a continent, and as a race, we need to do better.
Okay, let me go on a quick break and come back. I'll come to you. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Minister for Enjoyment is what...
TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy eSplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Of this, or do they really take our time to rationalize what exactly is responsible for these behaviors that we see? Let me come to your thoughts on all that's been said so far.
Thank you, moderator. So I start like this. She really talked about just the financials, which she explained. But I also know that if you're financially buoyant and you marry a spendthrift, whether a woman or a man, you're going to have issues.
Yeah.
Next thing, you were talking of laws and in a decent society. Is Nigeria that place where people commit crimes and pay? No. Now, you also talk about the people who took us into slavery, did this, they are doing well. Don't you see the way the supposed peace they have is being disturbed with bombings and killings and all that? And then two, I'll tell you why a lot of bad things is happening to us as well, because we're part of it. A lot of people sold their brothers for mirrors.
Yes. For
Yes.
mirrors.
A lot of people treat their sisters' children to be sold into slavery. Then a lot of people who were sold into slavery, who had opportunity to help others, insisted that, oh, since I've gone through it, you have to go. A lot of people still do that.
See, today.
They will tell you, since I got there the hard way, you also have to.
Sin.
Then you talk about because the government is bad. We are still talking of ourselves, weak electrodes, non-electrodes. If we are a bad people, we have a bad government. So we are, everything that happens to me every day, I look at it and I say, is it the president that is doing this to me? No. Okada man hit my car, and the man on the bike looks and said, "Now, woman, they go."
Imagine that.
But I have this this mount guard, this my car guard. I chased him, parked, came down, I dragged the Okada guy. Now, the guy who asked him to leave quickly stood up, and because they know they did something wrong, but they were ready to let it like say, "Now, woman, that person is going to become governor's brother or president's in-law tomorrow." So everything we're saying still comes down to what I said. Like, if you proper know that this person has a bad energy, or that every time you come near them.
So who will now marry this person that has bad energy?
No, I'm not saying
No, because I want us to bring it home.
Okay, may I quickly say?
You know when you said people that were already married. I've been there. I'm only talking from experience. And I'm saying, when I married the person, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I'm not, that's why I made my mistake, he made this. But I'm saying the energy that was there was not for us to get married. Which means sometimes when we meet people and we like them or we love them, we're just meant to like them, help and move on. Or be friends and move on. So sometimes you marry somebody because you love them so much, but you're actually just supposed to be friends or just business partners. Now, I met a guy on the train in London. The inscription on his shirt said, "We meet by accident." I stared at the guy and he said to me, "But we stay on purpose."
I like that.
So I have a choice. If I meet you and you are bad to me and you do bad things around me or bad things keep happening to me, I have a choice to stay away. It doesn't mean you can't call me. Now, and I've learned the hard way. You can also help from far.
Yeah.
If I need help from you, you can send me 10K or 50K, and I will say thank you, and that's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to come home and check up on me.
Right.
People have proven that. So it still boils down to personality.
Okay, let me take the call and come to PC. I think I have a call. Good morning, are you there? Kalu, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please. Thanks for calling.
Morayo, I want to say that we're getting it right with the guest this morning. This is the type of the person in issue of this that will be in this house. My beloved sister, God bless you.
It's a bit muffled. I can't hear you very well.
Hello?
Yeah, it's hard to hear you. Yeah, it's just...
I say, Morayo, this is the kind of lady or kind of the man who will make in this kind of situation in this house. But this is right.
We couldn't hear you.
What are the three things in this house?
Sounded like he's talking about something else.
No, he's talking about the same thing, but it's not clear.
It wasn't clear. I'm sorry, we didn't hear it.
I know that because our energies don't match, does not mean my energy will not match with Morayo.
Yeah.
So I may have married you and it didn't work out because there's just something in the air that does not allow that thing to connect. But I now move on to a Morayo and we have an excellent... So that's why if you actually understand the way energies work and the way the soul works, everybody is good at their core. Everybody. God loves everybody equally. Everybody is good at their core. So you may have things that, make you do things or act in ways that you do not understand. But if you come to your soul level, you are a good person. And if you don't match this person, you can match another person at that level. But there's something Miriam said, and I said it initially when I started, that a lot of us have a victim mentality where it seems like things are happening to you. So you blame everybody else and do not take responsibility. And she also highlighted that we need to start taking responsibility. But that is why there is a good and there is a bad. That is why God has given us that choice. So he presents you with good and bad, and you take your decision. So for every action that you take, you are responsible for that reaction. And connecting it to the Western world that they are better, they do research and all of that, they apply critical thinking. It's simple. I've given you a tree. You want a table, you want a chair, you go build it. But we relax and feel that God should come down and give us that table and that chair when we have a tree. So that one is on us. It's not for us to blame the spiritual because we are not successful. We need to work on ourselves and work on our minds.
Okay, let me take this.
Also, when God
said, what I said.
And if you also don't believe that there are things in the spiritual and all of that, okay, so where does faith come in? What you have faith in, do you know, do you see it? But you believe ahead because you hope that it will come. You see it in your mind's eye. So if you ignore the spiritual, because the spiritual actually controls the physical, that means you don't need faith because you should just go with the physical. Right. But if you need faith,
church, girl.
So it's different. Like you said, you touched on different things.
She's
like he's a bit.
Hello, good morning. Are you there?
I'm giving out tickets. So.
One second. Are you there? Tunji.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, you're live.
Can you hear me?
You're live. Go ahead, please.
We can hear you, sir.
Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Actually, I heard what Tokwe has been saying. I'm okay, Tokwe. You understand?
I'm a small child.
I have a friend called Diola. He was the one that initiated me to your program called Your View. He used to tell me that he's having some family problems, one problem or the other, one thing, one that. If he starts a job, they will send him away. If he does this, he will. And I said, okay. I used to believe like Tokwe then. One day I said, okay. When he had problems, he was living with me then. He was working on the island. He was in a bank. He told me that even this bank that he started working, before I know, they are going to sack him. I said, how do you believe that? No, don't worry. He was living with me. And one day, my wife came to me. I live alone. I live in a 2-bedroom flat. I work too. And my wife came from, my wife and my son based in America. They came to Nigeria to visit me. And when they came, they met my friend. I introduced my friend to my wife, and they became friends. We used to go out together, come back, and everything. When my wife was going back, my friend said, oh, let me have your number. At least we've known each other. Let's be friends and everything. Do you know that when my wife went back to America, this guy told my wife I was having an affair with another lady. To the extent that I didn't even know that it's not my picture and the lady together and sent to my wife. My wife now, because of that, all my fighting that she has been doing for me to be in America and everything, she stopped everything.
Oh my God.
And that was when later they started begging me that, what I told you that was following me, despair, that is what is affecting me. That was, so I sent them out of my house. They started begging me to come back that, that thing I told you that I was facing, my family, I think it's a generational problem, it's a generational cause or whatever. Some people, they are spiritually caught and in short, they are going to die in that particular thing. Okay. You understand? The guy ruined my marriage.
All right, thank you very much, Tunji. So
Can I come in? Please. Tunji, I am extremely sorry for your experience. You encountered a bad person.
Yes.
A bad person who's reaping the fruit of his bad activities across everywhere he goes to. So what he calls a bad omen is his reward for the bad things he's been doing. You wouldn't help him again because he did bad things.
We are saying the same thing.
Let me explain.
How did he get, because you just said that we are all good.
Yes.
So what's his core?
So let me quickly say this. When you don't, our first assignment is to be aware. There are people that are evil. We've said it on the show several times that you marry some people and they are evil people. They want to bring you down. They don't want to support you. They don't want to light you up. That's their own. It's part of their own personal issues. It's not a spiritual.
What do you mean? How do you mean it's not?
Please let me. I'm a Christian, and I understand that we have a responsibility. God has given us the ability to choose. This free will that He gave us is very powerful.
Yes.
So people now refuse to take responsibility for their actions and say it is the evil spirit from my family side that is making me do the wrong things. Open our eyes.
That's going to break.
Take a responsibility for what you have done wrong.
Wait.
Take responsibility. Don't now say it's evil that is worrying you.
Let's calm down. Drink your tea. We're going to
finish.
And we come back. The last 30 minutes, we'll break it down. Stay with us right back.
Big.
Please.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
kádàrá aláwọ̀ àkàkàjù. àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n bá kú tọ́jọ́ ọkú wọn ò tí ì pé wọ́n á papòdà síbòmíì.
Is that how you gonna say it?
ọkọ tí wàá sọ nìyẹn.
bó ṣe wá kọ̀wé ránṣẹ́ yìí pé òun fẹ́ rí mi kájọ fojúkojú yìí kò yé èmi o.
bó ṣe pé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ àyà mi ti sọ kí.
torí kí ni.
àkọ́yẹ́ kọ́ mọ pé jẹ́rẹ̀ ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ yọmọ mú yẹn rí flashback jọ́ ìkéyọ̀ mọ́ tó mọ́ ẹgbọ́n mọ́. kádàrá aláwọ̀ àkàkàjù. àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n bá kú tọ́jọ́ ọkú wọn ò tí ì pé wọ́n á papòdà síbòmíì.
Is that how you gonna say it?
ọkọ tí wàá sọ nìyẹn.
bó ṣe wá kọ̀wé ránṣẹ́ yìí pé òun fẹ́ rí mi kájọ fojúkojú yìí kò yé èmi o.
bó ṣe pé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ àyà mi ti sọ kí.
torí kí ni.
àkọ́yẹ́ kọ́ mọ pé jẹ́rẹ̀ ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ yọmọ mú yẹn rí flashback jọ́ ìkéyọ̀ mọ́ tó mọ́ ẹgbọ́n mọ́.
At
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy eSplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja.
Thanks for staying with us. So this is the final lap, and we're talking earlier about Tunji called in and said how a bad person destroyed his own marriage, obviously. But I was challenging BC because BC said that we are all good at our core. So how does a bad person?
Can I answer?
No, let me let Mariam jump in before.
Okay. Mr. Tunji, when he started his story and was talking about this person that he knows and whatever, so I thought he was going to say, this man is such a hard-working person. But do you know, in less than a year, he lost his job again. But when he now went around and told us of how that man, a wicked, evil man, who decided to repay good with evil. So he's saying that he did a bad thing to him. There are consequences for bad behavior. For every action, there's a consequence. Yeah. For every action or good thing,
but there's a pattern there, Mariam. What's from where he's coming from. So that means that he takes
Mr. Tunji believes that
his life constantly.
Aye is worrying this friend.
That's what has happened to him. Every time he makes a decision, he makes a bad decision, and he does not learn from it.
He blames the spirit.
It's the fact that he has refused to learn from his bad decision.
So, Princess, are you worrying the man, or he's just a bad person?
Is Mr. Tunji, first and foremost, I want to say I'm sorry about what happened to you. And I want to give you, I'm going to drop a ticket for you. Come to my show, please.
Well, we'll talk about your show a bit later.
I'm going to, So this is it. Mr. Tunji didn't say the Aye. It's the man that told Mr. Tunji that Aye is doing him. Now, I'm going to go back to what I said initially. You are saying everybody is good. I'm saying some people in this world will keep doing bad things. There's the purpose that they are here for. May we not come across them.
Amen.
I have met someone like that. And I'm saying this, I'm saying truthfully. The sad lesson I learned from what just happened to me is when you meet someone who has family and friends that can help in some areas, but they don't help. And you say, what happened? And he says, no, my mom is this, my aunt is this. Stay away from those kind of people. Because there's a reason. There's a pattern, Because they've been, if you do something bad, you molest a child, the mother of the child has placed a cost on you. Forget the spiritual. Even the physical aspect is there. You will keep going around till you get to your karma, where you'll be exposed. But all those people that you've done that to, I strongly believe that the reason is for God to open their eyes to bigger things, because that's what has happened to me.
Okay. All right.
Now, I want to also say, please, like she said, I might make friends with her. It might not work. Your own friendship with her might work. But my own little advice is this, and I don't know how to pretend. when somebody has continuous bad energy. Please stay away from them.
Save
Whether
yourself.
you're a Christian, a Muslim, a philosopher, a doctor,
atheist.
just
Who will now be friends with that person?
And the person that is meant for the person.
Until
So
you deal with your own
this
issues.
friend that destroyed the marriage, who's going to help him? Who's going to
The
be
person that is meant
You
for
should-
him.
let me tell you something. You know why that guy might not get help in time? You know why? Because this person is doing bad and still saying ayelon shemi.
Yes, he's not taking responsibility.
Yes, a lot of people are unapologetically bad.
But is there Aye shaming somebody?
Hello?
Can Aye, but Toko is saying that there's no Aye shaming you.
I have explained why Aye was saying. If you do something bad to someone, the person can make Aye to start shaming you. Or you yourself.
If you don't resolve
if you don't resolve the issue. So the Aye in question is the cumulative of your evil.
Coming back to follow you.
Aye sometimes is not somebody sitting somewhere and say, toe. It's the cumulative.
Or the evil you have done.
You do evil to Mariah, you do to her, you do to me. And then you tell us, babe, Aye alone share. You will do it to somebody. Have you seen an Okada man scratch somebody, there was no dent, and the person will come down and shoot the person?
And move away.
Meanwhile, that
But the
Okada man
scratch
might
plenty
have brought
cars.
down a child and run away. 15 years ago,
He waits for you.
feeling
Okay.
he did it. He would have done it to a lot of people. But now he does something.
If you open another angle, that don't want to go for
Hello, I left my rice in TBS to come here. Please give me chance. Give me chance. Please, if you committed a crime and you think it's a small crime, and you committed several, saying I ain't shaming, and you are not apologetic and you don't change, you will commit a crime that you will not say and Nigerians will say Tonya is not hard like that. Note that Aye is the cumulative of the evil.
Right.
You hit somebody, you run away. You rob somebody in traffic, then you become a born-again Christian. One day in church, you step on somebody, they bring out a knife and stab you. You wonder, it's cumulative.
They will say, that's nothing I did. It's not that's nothing I did, though.
If somebody has bad
This thing is such a
energy,
cycle. So the person that now stabs you, what happens to that one?
the person will meet their own karma.
Wait.
The person that did bad to me now.
May I answer one of her questions?
Please, because I'm getting confused here.
So,
my daughter is full.
So, when we believe in NLP, that's the intention, neuro-linguistics practitioner therapy. I'm a life coach, sorry.
Oh, wow.
That the intention of every person is to create happiness in every action. So if you ask a thief, why are you stealing? He wants the money so that he can buy the good things of life and create happiness. If you ask a murderer, all those psycho people that kill, why are you killing? He will tell you because it makes him happy. So what we do as therapists is to help them change, give them other options of happiness. And that's why the scripture says, do not judge, because you really do not understand the intention of that person in that act. So it's the behavior that is the problem, not the soul. I'm going back to where I said the soul at the core is good. But because we keep making choices of good or bad, we end up being good or bad people based on our choices. We're back to choices and taking responsibility. But if you can help somebody, if you want to help somebody, change that intention. Give another option for that intention. That's why people who do have terrible habits, they change, they do switch. You remember that switch? They change that thing that gives you joy to something better that will not hurt another person. You still get the same level of happiness. So when we judge another person's action, we do not understand the intention behind the action. But God sees the intention. And God is finding, who would I send to this person to help this person understand that this is not the way to go to get this result.
So we're taking it far away from we're taking it far away from
thank God for police officers and lawyers and judges and prisons.
The good ones.
Because murderers
you will
have
take
to go to
let's take it back to where we started from. You meet someone, negative things happen to you back to back. The guy says, run. That's simply our human nature of observing, which is how we have survived so far. You observe, a lion killed this one, a lion killed that one. The next time I see a lion, I run. Now, if for any reason you realize that there's a lion now coming to this zone all the time, maybe you are now the person that you're receiving so much negative people, you now begin to check that maybe I am putting myself in the path of the lions. Then you will check within yourself. The problem is most of us don't check within ourselves. What we do is not, we now victimize, lions are always coming to me. Lions are bad people. No, lions are meant to kill any prey when they are hungry. So you are putting yourself in the line of the lion. So you yourself will now say, what am I doing wrong? Like the friend of Tuji would now look at himself because what he's been doing is blaming Aye for what is making him have bad omen, bad reactions. He will not look at him and say, I will no longer do negative things. It's important that we don't just blame the spiritual for the things we have responsibility for.
But based on what Bisi just said, he's not doing it because he's a bad person. He's doing it because he's saving somebody's marriage. In his own mind. In his mind. I'm helping that woman because your husband is cheating on you. In his own mind, I'm trying to help that woman.
No, the man is not cheating now. He came up with, he concocted the story.
Yeah.
He failed.
And he said, and his excuse was that there is something, there's a cause that is pushing him to do negative things that causes problem for him. That is an invasive mindset.
But it's a medical situation for that.
I want us to, because with this, so we find solution, yes, is that we must be aware of what is going on around us, and we must take responsibility. We must stop putting this fetish, superstitious belief as the first line of action, because it keeps us from doing great things that are amazing, because we block our minds from thinking creatively and solving our own problem.
Thing. Somebody was saying recently, Mariam, I think it was this fine actor that we all grew up with. Nigerian actor. RMD was saying that all his family members didn't live up to 60 or something like that.
Yes.
Like that because he's in
Thank you, Mariah, you solved the problem.
So
what did he do when he was 50? Before he became 50, he lost weight. He deliberately took a healthy turn on his life. He knew that there was a problem. Everybody did not live.
That's what he didn't Mariah, do you want to tell us why?
He changed himself.
I know that my husband's people, they said they used to do their naming ceremony 3 months after a child was born because most of the children died. And they thought then it was a spiritual thing. But of course, with education and science, they realized that some children are malnourished, were not getting enough food, health issues. And so we know everything about vaccinations, immunization. So children are living longer. So those are the things when we now understand and take responsibility for our actions. I know someone that says that mosquitoes bite them specifically because of their own type of blood. Yeah. It's a special type of blood. Instead of buying insecticide, split your room, put net. No, it's that they follow you.
Can I say something?
Please. I wanted Nita to answer that question.
I want to just support one thing she said. She said that there is a purpose. I said it and she said it.
We all said it.
I believe that the bad thing that has happened to me is for a reason. Because I started doing for young girls 2005. Incest must stop. Helping children that were abused. But I would help them, put them on the right path, move on. So one day I said to myself, maybe this is happening to me because God now wants me to go deeper.
Pay more attention.
No, I pay attention. I go all out. Okay. Some people, even their families will come, they will attack you and all that because incest is even worse than what we're talking about. This is blood relatives. And I started since 2005. I had a big one in Muson. It was free. Men came and were weeping that their aunties molested them. Do you understand? And I did all I could. But along the line, I ran out of money. And there was no company that wanted to sponsor. They kept on saying, what's instead? Wait till me this Jemima. They happen for Nigeria. All companies that I went to, I don't want to mention names. So I sat down and I said, maybe God allowed this happen to me so that I don't relent, so that I know that I have a bigger purpose. But the person that was used to cause me this pain will still meet his karma. That's where I'm going.
Judas Iscariot.
We are not talking of just spirituality now. I am saying, if I had sensed bad from him, I would have known. And immediately I told him. He was like, I said, my brother, you have to fetch it. Go and pray.
Princess, you're saying run away when you sense. Just run immediately.
No, when you sense something bad about somebody, and you see people who are close to them that can help them, but are staying away from them, all his family members, none of them, everybody, you have to run. Please,
when Oyibo people say avoid toxic situations, this is what they're talking about. We just like to use our own, based on our own understanding to define.
Let them seek professional help.
They know all these things. You see a daughter who's been in a home where she's not getting the right energy from her family members. And she stays off. She'll say it's a toxic environment.
It's not energy, it's behavior.
Not the same thing.
Please, let's go back to RMD. You said something about
let's read a few messages. I have somebody here saying that love your neighbor as yourself, but never trust your neighbor as yourself.
Okay, awesome.
That person is my sister.
Please, let's go back to RMD, because I remember that he spoke at ELC about 3 or 4 years ago, and he mentioned how when he was approaching 50, he saw himself. And if we remember, when he was a commissioner, he was big, he was huge. And he looked at himself and his health. He was already bordering on pre-diabetes, all the health issues. And he knew there was a family trend of people dying early. And he took a drastic health decision. Now, of course, thank God for his life. It could be an accident that will not happen or something. But he took responsibility of not attaching just a spiritual. Of course, he became closer to God. He said it, he became closer to God. Of just not saying it's a spiritual matter. He took health decisions. Lose weight, exercise, eat right, because he knew that there was a pre-actions. What we usually would have done was just sit down in church and go and do deliverance without doing our own stuff.
But just mention now your family medical history, so that they will know what you
we need to do that. Let me read this message from somebody. Okay. He says, there's IEO. It can be inherited. You do testing, manipulation, wrong location at the wrong time, bad upbringing. However, consulting, counseling, coaching, and NLP don't help some people. A number of my clients got help through spiritual deliverance, because those mentioned can't deal with spiritual cases. So there are some people that need spirituality. So where do you put the place of deliverance? Because people go to churches for deliverance.
Where is, for those people I have mentioned, somebody who did something bad and says to you, Morayo, I have offended you. I don't even understand what's going on with it. I did the same thing to her, and I did the same thing to her. That is the kind of person you can assist with deliverance. But somebody who has committed a crime
and did not acknowledge.
And the moment you catch him, he says, Ishuni. And then the next moment I said, but Larry, this man, he said, Abikila Mashe, did I really do it? Look, people who are in denial because they know.
And they can't be helped.
That is why they are in denial, because they already know. A mad woman, if somebody is mad and they're on the road and they say to you, why they look me like that? I be mad person. They already know. Now somebody is naked at the bus stop. You are staring at him and smiling. 5 naira, 2 naira. Is that person that you can help? Somebody who already knows that what he did is bad, but he's not ready.
It gives him joy.
To go through, because there's restitution.
Yes.
Even if you ask for forgiveness, the Bible says you still pay for it down the line.
Yes.
When are you going to start paying? Are you going to wait till you accumulate, or you do it as you go?
I think that's a good way to wrap up.
Are we going?
Yeah. So almost.
It's 2 hours. I left my rights because of
in trade fair.
But I think, on a summary, I think. Let me summarize for us.
We have all, at different points, talked about taking responsibility for our actions. The reason why we as a country collectively are not developing as fast as we should is because everybody's passing the buck. Everybody's pushing the responsibilities. So we will have to sort that. It says, I think it was Aristotle, that the best thing you can do is to know yourself. Man, know thyself. So a lot of us need to go back inside and ask ourselves questions. And when people now come to you and say, this is what you have done to me, this is who you are, don't say, no, hey, I did not mean it, oh, it's not my intention, it's not and you will not accept. And then you don't go back and ask yourself questions. One person has said this, another person has said this, and something, I need to do something. I need to be deliberate.
We need to give away tickets.
We are wrapping up.
Let me add this. If somebody reports me to you, that Mariah, I was talking to Princess on the phone, said she was busy, but she shouted at me. Your first reaction will be, her voice is loud. So if I score, I should say, sorry, sweetheart.
That's how my voice is.
You understand? But I shouldn't be trying to justify it. On that note, Mr. Tunji, I'm giving you a free ticket.
So wait, let's so you have a show coming up.
Yes. It's on Sunday.
So your show is about what exactly?
Okay, it's a comedy show. I have it annually. And it's always special because I always like to, I believe if anybody pays to watch my show, that means I'm special to them. So I always like to treat them special. But unfortunately this year, I didn't get sponsors. So I've gone around to try and get gifts, And I mean, I've gotten 1 or 2 people meaning me, saying they will be there and all that. So this particular one is happening because last year I was supposed to have the show, and I started planning it with Sam Sultan and Shegun Adefila. Then he passed on. I just knew I was not going to have the show. Then Kofi says, but you were planning a show. I said, with Larry, but Larry is gone. So maybe I'm not just meant to do. He says, no. What does your mind tell you? So I don't. Then I dreamt, and I saw him, and we were dancing, and he was laughing, and he was saying, my friends are not supposed to be sad. And he says, let's take a picture. And when I looked at the picture, I couldn't see him in the picture. I saw myself. So I knew I had to do it.
Oh, wow.
So this show is dedicated to Olanrewaju Fasasi for being almost perfect human being.
That guy was
I am telling you, I'm not saying it because he was like my brother.
Everybody has the same story.
I am telling you that Lanre is the only human being. If I report you to him, I say, Mariah slap him. Hey, Pele. Hey, there's no mark now, Pele. Mariah, be careful. That's him. He loves peace. He's humble. He's always giving.
Wow. So this Sunday,
we have to run.
He told me, I'm going to post the message. I've posted it before and said, when I get better, don't worry. I will be with you. Ijesha will pay. He's not here. But I want you all to please, even if you're not coming for the show, say a prayer for his family. He was just 1 in a million.
Thank you so
much. So when
much.
you come on that day,
Sunday,
you are going to eat. I am telling, look, I'm warning you. Come straight from church, from mosque, from everywhere. Number one, get there early because the first 20 people will get special gifts. But the first 5 people, till the end of this year, will keep getting gifts. Please,
let me
get there as early as 12. Make sure you collect your number from Dumebi. Collect your number. If you are number 1 to 5, then if you are pregnant, and you come with your spouse, oh my goodness, I will spoil you till the end of this year.
Okay, now.
This is serious.
We got to go. You don't finish. You don't finish. That's all we can take.
Come.
I will drop. Would you bring back his wife for him?
No, Mr. Tunde, I want to tell you something. 2 things.
I have to run. I don't have
2 things. Maybe they were not meant to be together forever. Or she's going to come back and you will be a better man. If you ever cheated, this is a lesson for you to adjust. So those 2 things. But come and relax. Then my rice. I'm selling rice at trade fair. TBS, Race Course Bus Stop. The best jollof rice.
Marketing, finish. You're going to put me in trouble. I mean, sorry, fine. I already got a query. Let me just do it. Query. That is all I can say. You'll be all right.
Don't cry.
You'll be all right.
No, you're
not. Have a lovely, lovely day. Oh, my friends around.
As the full house.
We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Oh, God.
Oh, God.